on your mat, knees are bent, draw that tummy and just float those arms up to the ceiling. Release the arms down, drop your chin to your chest and slowly curl all the way down to the mat. Relax the head and the arms and stretch both knees and release. And stretch and release. And 3 and release. 2 more. Press. Good. Drop the head right down and release. Keep those knees bent, hand onto your head, and then just gently pull your chin into your chest to get an extra stretch. Good. And then hands down, walk out into your downward dog, and then press back into a nice stretch. Good. From there, breathe in, breathe out, release your right knee and let your hip rotate. And then the other side, and rotate. Good. Stretching it out. 3, 2, and 1. Both legs straight, press up onto those toes, and then bring your knees down to the mat. Good, release those feet, good. And then we're going to draw into that tummy, stretch up into that cat, stretch rounding through the spine, unwind, release, lengthen out the top of the head. And breathe out, scoop that belly in, push away from the floor, head down, and unwind. Chest out, head long. 2 more. Scoop that belly in, press up, reach long, and unwind. Opening the chest. Last one. Scoop, press it up, and unwind. Reaching long, sit your bum back, and just stretch that body forward. So have your knees apart and feet together. If you need to place a pillow between your bum and your feet, you can do that. Just take a bit of pressure off the knee and hold it there. And what you're going to do is you're going to walk your left hand off your mat to the left. Good. Right hand on top of it, and then drop your head down and look underneath your left armpit. So you're thinking of dropping your right side towards the floor, and you're going to feel a nice stretch along the right side of that body. So just breathe into that position, feel a nice stretch. Breathe out, and we're going to walk back to your center. Other side, so right hand off, left hand on top. Drop the left side of the body and look underneath your right armpit. Feeling that stretch through the left side of the body. Good. Bring it back to your center. Curl up through the spine. Sitting up nice and tall. If you need your pillow between your bum and your feet, you can do that. From here, you're going to interlace your fingers behind your back. Open that chest, and then just stretching to release it out. And then roll your body forward and down. And open the chest, stretch those arms, lift the chin and the chest, open and away. And release it down. 2 more. Breathing in, opening the chest. And release. Last one. Opening up. And release the body. Bring it up nice and tall, arms out to the side. Rotate your body round to the left. Place your right hand across your thigh. Left hand back. Doesn't matter if you don't get to the floor, and you're probably not. And just pull with this right arm. Pull to try and get a rotation through that body. Feel the stretch. Good. And release. And the other side, left arm across the right leg. Rotate and pull. Think of extending your body taller. And release it back. Slide down. Breathe it out just to release. Good. Alright. So from here, we're going to go push up into our downward dog. Hands underneath your shoulders. Knees underneath the hips. Good. Toes tucked under. If you need to do fists on, if those wrists are really taking strain, you may do like this. It's up to you. Otherwise, hands nice and flat, pushing away from the floor. Scoop that belly in, lift up and press nicely into your downward dog. Okay, get a really good position there. Nice, hold it nice and tight. Right, so you're going to bring your feet together. And lift the left leg up and away. As much as you can. We'll just hold there for 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. And lift the right leg up. Hold it there for 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Good. Bring your right hand forward a little bit. Left hand forward a bit. And up on those toes, ripple through. And open your chest, hold in a lovely plank position for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down. Stretch it out. Good. Gently rock from side to side. Take your right arm, slide underneath your body. Place your ribs down. And try and rotate up. Feel that stretch. Good. Your bum's down as much as you can. Switch sides. Arm right, arm long. Left arm under. And stretch it up. Good. Bring it back. And slowly up to the top. Right. So we're going to bring your legs in front. Arms are up, and just draw that tummy in nice and tight down to the mat. Get yourself nice and comfortable. Bring your feet and knees together. Okay, and not too close to your bum, but a nice comfortable distance. Arms next to your side. So we're going to deep breath in and breathe out. Scoop through the belly, really using your tummy to draw that pelvic tilt. So if you need to use your actually don't use the pillow just yet. So I want you to feel like you're really drawing and scooping through the tummy. No pushing with those legs. So legs and feet are nice and relaxed. And breathing in to release. And breathe out. Draw the tummy muscles in. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Relax the ribs. So you're getting a nice deep core activation. And release out. 3 more. Drawing that tummy in. Good. And release. And 2, scooping that tummy in. Good. Really feeling that tummy doing the work. Not the glutes, not the legs, not the feet. So close your eyes if you need to and think of sucking it in from that pubic bone, lifting, drawing it all the way in towards your lower back. And release back out. So we're going to go all the way up. So draw that tummy. Now we're going to wrap your glutes around through the inside and feel like you're lifting that up over your head. Squeezing up to the top, keeping those knees together. Breathe in at the top. And now draw even deeper to roll through that spine to release out. And again, breathing in. Pubic bone, drawing, zipping. Lower abs down. Wrap your glutes, slowly peeling up through the top. Now in this position, make sure you're really maintaining your pelvic tilt. Squeeze those knees together. Push slightly with your heels, so you're going to feel the glutes and those hamstrings activate a little bit more. Good. And then roll back down to release. 2 more. Breathing in and breathe out. Pubic bone draws in towards that lower back. Wrap those glutes. Think of pulling through the front of the pelvis. Pushing up, squeeze those knees, rib cage down. Engage those feet slightly into the floor. Feel those hamstrings. And breathe out to release. Last 1. Scoop that belly. Wrap those glutes. Push slightly with those heels. Lifting up with that bum. Keep drawing that tummy in. Hold it there for 5. Keep squeezing those knees. Drawing that tummy. Pushing those feet. 4. Breathing out. 3. 2. And 1, draw in, rolling through that spine to release. Quick release out. Stretch it out. Good. Nice and easy. All right, legs down. I want you to keep your knees and feet together and then really suck in that tummy tight. Float your arms up to the ceiling. We're going to go chin to chest. Now think of scooping that belly. Activating through that core just to the top. Good. And then breathing in lower down. So knees and feet are together. Scoop the tummy up and release down. And up for 3. Scoop that belly nice and tight. Wrap those glutes slightly just to feel a slight activation. And down. It doesn't mean you're pushing. Draw the tummy. Now just think a little squeeze into your bum. Good. No pushing with those legs. And lower. 3 more. Should really feel here working nicely. Focusing on that. And down. And 2. Flattening that tummy. Little squeeze into the bum. And release. Last one. Drawing the tummy in and up. Little squeeze. Hold it there. Float your right leg up. And lower. Pull the tummy to pull the left leg up. And lower. And legs are nice and light as they're floating up. All the work is through the bellies. Draw from the pubic bone up and lower down. Pubic bone towards lower back and up. Sucking it in. Breathing out each time you go. 4 more. And release. Make sure your chin's to your chest, looking at the middle of your thigh. And lower. Draw that tummy. 2. And lower. And lower up. And release the body down. Nice. Take those feet hip width apart. Interlace your hands, thumb bones underneath your ears. And you're really just supporting that neck and the head. Okay, so really thinking of drawing lower abs in and up towards that lower back. Stabilize through the core. Lift the body up. Rotate to your left. Lift to your center. And release it down. We're going to do it again to the same side. So scoop that belly. Really focus on pulling the tummy in. These movements aren't complicated, but when you really focus on pulling through the abs from the pelvic floor, zipping towards your lower back, you can really feel those tummy muscles pulling and activating. And back down. 3 more, same side. So this starts building your conscious awareness of really pulling tight when the movements start getting complicated. The last 2. Pull, lift, across. It's good to go back to basics every now and again just to reinforce your technique. Last one. Up to the left. To your center. Other side we go for 6. Focus on the lower abs lifting you. Cross to the right, back to your center. Make sure those feet are nice and light and you're not pushing with those legs. And cross. And lift. Release. Focusing on sucking it in. Cross, lift. Center. And release. 3 more. Lift. Center. 2 to go. Cross, lift, center, and release. Last 1. Cross, lift, center. Release down, just straighten those arms out. How are those tummies doing? Starting to feel them. Nice little burn. Great. So we're going to do it again. Interlace those fingers. Hands behind your head. Now again, really focus on drawing that tummy, breathing. Watch your technique. We're going to breathe in, breathe out, scoop that belly up to your center. We're going to cross to the left and lift your left leg. So bring it up. Scooping deep and tight. So the tummy is pulling that leg straight. Rotate to the other side. And into the center. So scoop that belly to float your leg even deeper. Really activating. Pull that tummy in. Good. And rotate to the left. And bring it center. And the right. And bring it center. 4 more. Try and lift in that body each time you curl into the side. Try and lift higher. And center. Once more each side. Higher. Good. And keep it up. And last one. And center. Release it down. Good. Straighten those legs out. The tummy should be burning nicely. Stretch everything out. You can rock those hips from side to side. Feeling that core a little bit into those obliques. And then bring your legs back up to 90 degrees. You're going to bring those feet together, so knees and feet are together. Deep breath in. And as you breathe out, scoop that belly in, wrap your glutes, float those arms up. We're going to engage through those heels slightly, wrapping, squeezing higher. Deep breath in, breathe out. Drop your ribs, so think of pulling your ribs and your hips towards each other. And we're going to set your pelvic tilt. So you're in a nice tilt. This is where you're strong, and you're going to maintain that position. Lift the left leg. And lower down. Now try not to move those hips. Right leg up. And down. Keep pulling and wrapping those glutes. Left leg. Alternating as we're going up. And breathing out. Squeezing those glutes. And left. And down. And pull deeper. Right. Good. And down. Lift, scoop that belly. Left. And down. Wrap those glutes. Maintain that tilt. If you're finding you're starting to feel into your lower back, you're losing your tilt, then drop your bridge slightly and go more into your tilt. And alternating. And lower. And lift. And lower. Good. Lift. Once more each side. And lower. And lift. And lower. And roll down to release. Deep breath in, scoop, rolling up. Draw that tummy, wrap those glutes, squeeze it up to lift. Deep breath in, squeeze those knees, ribs, tummy, set into your nice tilt, wrapping those glutes. Left leg we go, lift. Down to toe tap, same leg lifts, 2, and up. Breathing out, draw that tummy to lift, and lower, and 4. Nice work, ladies, keep going. 5, you should feel that underneath glute, that right one burning. 6, try to stabilize that pelvis. 7, lovely, good, breathe it out. 8, place it down, lift, squeeze higher, ribs, tummy, set other side, and tap, and scoop, and tap, breathing out, drawing that tummy to lift the leg, good. 4, lovely work, keep it flowy. 5, breathing. 6, use your tummy and this underneath glute. 7, good. And 8, hold it there, squeeze together, roll through the spine to release. Bring those knees in for a quick release. Good. How are those glutes doing? Tummy, should be feeling it nicely. Good. All right, so hold it in. Those of you who need a pillow, you can just pop a little pillow underneath your bum. So make sure your lower back's on the mat and your bum is just lifted, maybe about 1 centimeter or 2, just to help reinforce that pelvic tilt so we can really get deep into the lower abs. Good. So from here, hands behind the head. Interlace those fingers, thumbs underneath the ear bone. Scooping that tummy in tight and bringing those knees tight into your chest. Curl the body up. Nice and tight. Good. From here, we're going to breathe in. Rotate to the left. Extend your right leg out. Reach it long. Now remember, not too low. The lower it is, the tighter you have to work. And bring it in straight. And other side. Stretch that leg away from me. And in. All about slow and control today. Reach it long, suck, 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 and bring it in. And breathe out, to the right, and bring it in. And cross to that left, suck that tummy in towards the mat. Feel increased pressure through your lower back, onto the mat. Then you know you're really pulling that tummy in, to the left. Stretch that leg long, and right, and in, and left. Good, and in. Breathe it out. Once more each side. And bring it in. And right. Bring it in. If you need to have a rest, you can. Otherwise, we're going to go towards the left. Hold it there. Double time, still focus on your technique. And and 3, 4, breathe in 5, 6, 7, good work, 8, open those arms, 10, center, and release it down. Good, nice work. Right, grab your hands onto your knees and just do like 2 mixes in a mixing bowl. So you take them down, open those legs, draw it in and release. Open, release. Open and release. 3 more. And 2 and 3. And we reverse it. So bring it in, open, bring it together and bring in towards your chest. 2, 3. Nice. 4, just releasing everything out. 5 and 6. Good. Bring it in nice and tight. Slide that left leg long and away from you. If you've got your pillow, take it away underneath your bum. Stretch that front leg away from you. Good. Compress that knee towards your chest. So you're going to feel a nice stretch through this hip flexor, the right hip flexor. Squeeze it down as much as you can. It may feel like it's sort of catching, like it doesn't want to allow you to go there. Just work with it. Breathe into it. Try and relax and not grip. Last one. And release. Place your left hand on your left hip and take your leg out to the side. Make sure that you're not rolling your body away with you. This bum and hip stays down. So this hand is going to give you your reference to see if that hip is rolling over or not. There should be no movement through that hip. And then squeeze your knee up towards your armpit. So again, you're going to feel a little bit of a catching in through the hip, stretching through that inner thigh. And release. 2 more. And release. Last one. Good. Bring it back to your center. Cross with your left hand over, right arm out to the side, and bring it across your body. Now you can get your hip go, and just release it down as far as you can. To have an increased stretch, turn your head to your right hand, so the opposite direction, getting a nice torsion through that spine, as if you're wringing your body like a towel. Breathe it out. Deep breath in. Breathe out deeper into it. Good. Bring it back to your center. Extend the leg to the ceiling. Grab hold of your calf. Pull that knee towards your chest. And just try and stretch it out a little bit and release. So contracting your quad to push and extend your heel over your head. Doesn't matter if your knee's not straight. You will still feel a nice pull through the hamstring. It's a better position for your back and your neck. So work through and eventually you'll start getting that leg straight and release. 2 more. Stretch it away from you. Good. Last one. Stretch it away. Hold it there. Deep breath in. Breathe out. Try and pull for 3, 2 with that leg straight and release it down. Good. Pull it in and we're going to switch sides. So pull that left leg in towards your chest. Squeeze it in. Good. Feel that nice stretch. Feel the length of that right leg long and away from you on the mat. Pulling that left leg in towards your chest. Good. And release. Breathing out. Really try and squish it down into you as much as you can. Last one. Release. Right hand onto your right hip. Remember, we're not going to let that hip roll. Bring that left leg out to the side and try and squeeze it up towards your armpit. Feeling that pull, stretch through the hip and release. 2 more. And release. Nice. 3 and release. Bring it back to your center. Opposite arm, so right arm over left leg, left arm out to the side. Roll it over, let your hip go with you. Stretch it out. Turn your head in the opposite direction. Feel that torsion through the spine. Let it go. Breathe into the position. Releasing everything out. Go. Bring it back to your center. Extend that leg up. Try and keep that knee in towards your chest as much as you can. Grab and hold onto the calf, not your knee. onto that calf. So we've got a leverage to pull from. Contract this thigh and push your heel up and over, lengthen. Good, and release. And again, push your heel up and over. Try and stretch it as much as you can. Again, it doesn't matter if your knee's not straight, as long as you're feeling a nice hamstring stretch and release. Good. And last two. Stretch it long. Good. One more. Hold it there. Try and flex that top foot a little bit more. And breathe out to pull it deeper for 3, 2. Feel that stretch. 1. And release it in towards your chest. Good. Slide the leg out and just gently rock your hips from side to side. Just releasing everything nicely. Good. So you're going to scoop your belly in. Drag those legs all the way up. If you need your pillow again, you can just wet your bum. We're going to curl into a nice tight ball. Scoop it in up to the top. So we're going to bring your legs out to 90 degrees. Good. Holding there. Lifting your arms up and over. Extend to diagonal, reaching long. Now again, the lower your legs and your arms, the more difficult it is. And scoop it in. So if you're struggling, your lower back's coming off the mat, think a little bit higher to really get that core engaged. And squeeze it down. And squeeze it in. Squeeze your feet together. Helps with the stability. 3 more. Squeeze, reach. Squeeze your bum. Suck that tummy. 2. And in. And 3. Hold, hold, hold. Squeeze it in tight. Hold those legs. And release the body down. Good. We're going to do one more time. This time, try and challenge yourself a little bit deeper. But again, remember keeping that lower back engaged onto that mat. Pulling from that pelvic floor in towards the mat. So don't let that go. Deep breath in, chin to chest. Squeeze those feet together as hard as you can. Scoop the body up. Nice tight ball. Bring those legs to 90 degrees. Deep breath in, reach long. Just start challenging your depth that you're going at. Breathe out. Zip. Suck it in. Good. And in. And 3. Reach away. And in. 3 to go. Reach long. And in. And scoop. Reach. And in. Last one. Reach. Hold. 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 Lift. Bring it in and squeeze it tight. And release the body down. Nice. Good. Just wiggle it out. Legs down. Slide along your mat. Flex your feet, take your pillow away, lengthen up, chin to chest, all the way up into your seated position. Stretching up through the spine, good. Wheel those hips a little bit so you get right on top of those sit bones. And we're not sitting back, extend up. So think of your lower back lifting up and pushing forward. Chin up, chest up, stretch those legs away from you. Deep breath in. Now lift from the pelvic floor, in and up through the belly. Release those shoulders. Lengthen those legs all the way. As we roll down, extend long with the arms. Breathing in, arms to the ceiling. Scoop that belly. All the way up to the top. Stretch up through the spine. Lower back, middle back, upper back. Lengthening through the chin and the chest. Good. Keep those legs extending and contracted. If they're working properly, they should be shaking a little bit now. Deep breath in. Lift through the tummy. Scoop. Feel like you're being pulled backwards with the tummy, tilting that pelvis as much as you can. And reach long. 2 more. Breathing in. Scoop that belly. All the way up to the top. Good. Stretch up, 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 up. Lower back, middle back, upper back. Open the chin and the chest. Suck your belly and reach forward. So pull in and back with that tummy. Curling over a big ball. Slowly up. Last one, we roll down. Scoop to roll. Stretch those legs away from you. And lengthen. 1 more. All the way up to the top. Stretch up, lower back, middle back, upper back. chest open, chin lifted, lengthening, sucking that tummy in down, reaching forward. Curl your tummy in, pull up and back a little bit, hands onto your head, and breathe out, bringing your hands forward and in, and push your chin into your chest, and pull your body down towards your legs slightly. And breathing in, lift up nice and tall. So you should feel a nice but horrible nerve stretch. Okay, so extend that body up, chin to chest, curl in round. So remember sucking that tummy in, curling that body. Stay there, breathing in, breathe out. Now pull that head round and chin in towards your chest, suck the tummy towards your spine, and pull your body forward and down, your head forward and down towards those legs. Breathing in, lift up, reach up, and arms down to rest. Shake those legs and the spine out. That's what I say, it's a horrible but nice nerve stretch that you get. Okay, so let's lie down onto our sides. Body is nice and long. Knees bent, hands in front, lifting through your tummy. Make sure that you're lying right on the side of this leg onto your hip. Okay, so from here, you're going to squeeze your feet together and pop them both up to the ceiling. Good, so we're rotating both legs up. Yes, we can see. Make sure that you're lying on your thigh all the way up to your hip. So make sure that you're not rolling your hip back like this. Keep it nice and forward. Take note of where you are lying with the pressure on your leg, because that's where you're going to stay throughout the exercise. So scoop that tummy in, squeeze your feet together, deep breath in, and you're going to think of wrapping both bums round. Squeeze your top knee up. So we're creating a lovely diamond shape here. Make sure that this isn't happening, that your hip and body are rolling backwards. So remember what I said about the pressure on the bottom leg? You need to maintain that. Keep where it is. This bottom bum's wrapping forward, top bum wrapping under, and bring it down, keeping those knee feet up. Squeeze up to the top, opening up that top leg, good, and down. So we really should be focusing into these glutes. Squeeze for 3, and release down, nice. 4, good, and down, squeezing that bum. 5, both sides, squeeze it open, and in, and 6, squeeze the top knee open, nice, lovely diamond that we're looking at. 7, using your tummy and down, and 8, good, 2 more, squeeze it up. 9, lovely work guys, and 10, squeeze, we hold it there, drop your knee just a little bit, and squeeze, and 3, bottom leg doesn't move, 5, 6, squeeze that bum, 8, yum yum, 9, 10, hold, bring it in, release the feet down, have a quick breather, lift the top leg in, bend it in towards your knee, your elbow, and we extend that leg, reaching long and away from you, holding that tummy. Make sure we're not rolling back, forward, rotate that leg in, stretch it away from you, and we circle. 2, 3, sucking that tummy, extending that leg, contracting. 6, 7, 8, how are those glutes doing? Yum yum, reverse for 10. Don't go faster. 8, 7, keep this pace. 6, reach. 4, 3, 2, hold it there, reach, and we go up, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release down. Good, just bring it in for a little quick release. If you need to, straighten your bottom leg, top leg up, and just roll that hip forward, and just release it out. Just let it go for now. Good. We're not quite finished on this side, so we're going to bring it back in. Both legs straight. Lifting through your tummy, make sure that you've got a little gap underneath your ribs here. Can you see the little gap? If I pop my shirt into my pants, you should see a nice gap between my side and the floor. If I pop my hand through the underneath, yes, you can see there, it's nice and lifted, lifting in through the belly, so we're not just relaxing the ribs and the body, everything's holding nice and tight. Squeeze your feet together and reach those legs long and away, up and release down. So I'm going to think of extending long and up. So that extension is what's lifting the legs. Reach and down. Good. Scoop. 4 and lower. 5. Nice. Good. 6. We should really feel in the side. Activating. 7. 8. 2 more. 9. And hold it there. Scissors. 1 and 2. Change legs and keep it lifted. 3 and together. Reach and together. Reach. Good. Using your tummy to stabilize your body. And reach once more each side. Extending those legs. Last one. And release it down to rest. Nice. Bring it in. Slowly up. You should really have felt the side activating, stretching nicely. Good. I'm going to go on to the other side. How those bums doing? Yeah, sides. Good. Lengthen that arm. Both knees are bent. Make sure that your hips forward. Onto those hips. Draw that tummy nice and tight. And we're going to pop your heels up towards the ceiling, sucking your belly in. Linda, bring your knees more in front of you. That's why you feel like you're falling. So if your legs are behind you like this, you can see I don't have much of a, so you want to bring those knees forward. So they're in front of you like this. Scoop that tummy and we pop the heels up towards the ceiling. Good. Right, so we're going to scoop that tummy in, wrapping both glutes, squeeze it up and down, making sure we're not rolling backwards with that hip. Good. And release. And 3. Nice. Keep working that underneath bum to keep that foot up. 4. And lower. Squeeze. Top knee up and back. And down. 6. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lovely. And lower. And 7. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Nice. And 8. Good work, guys. All those glutes starting to feel. 9. Keep that bottom foot lifted and rotated. 10. We hold it there. Drop that knee slightly down. Little pulses for 10. And 9. And 8. Squeeze it up. 6. Good. 5. 4. Yum, yum. 2. And 1. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Bring it down for a quick release. Extend your top leg away from you. Really reaching it long, drawing that tummy. Rotate that leg. We go into our circles. And 2. And 3. Nice and slow and controlled. 5. 6. Good work. 7. 8. Stretch that leg. 9. And reverse for 10. Yum, yum. 8. Keep extending, pushing it away. How's those glutes doing? 6. Those legs should be working. 8 and 9. 10. Extend, turn that leg and little ones for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6. Good. 5. Push it. 4, 3, 2, 1. And release it down. Good. Bring it in. Push it forward. Stretch that underneath leg out. And just let it all go. Rub it out if you need to. Yeah. Yes, everyone likes to hit it. Makes you feel better. Alright, bring it in. Both legs nice and straight. Remember, we're lifting up through that hip. Yes, we've got a little gap underneath us. Our little gap. Lengthening long. Scoop that tummy and reach those legs. And lower down. And through the belly, stretch long and lower. And 3, and down. Nice. 4, and lower. Reach. 5. Good. And 6. Good, keep it going. 7, you should really feel those sides. Try not to push with this top arm too much. 8, 9, good, and 10, we hold, and scissors, and together, and open, and together, and open. So bottom leg forward, top leg forward, bottom leg back, and alternating. Good, keep stretching those legs long and away, and change, and change, woohoo. Once more each side, they don't have to be too wide. Lift, hold there, lift, and release it down to rest. Nice work, good. Slowly coming up to the top. You're going to shift your bum over, hands behind you. Whew, that was nice work through those legs, glutes. Right, so we're going to place your feet down, push up through those ribs, chest, open through. Cross that right leg over. Good, so remember when we're crossing, we don't want to cross on the ankle joint because otherwise we start stretching through the ankle like this. Make sure that we're crossing on the bone, on your shin bone. That's it. And then I want you to think of pushing up, up, up like we do when we're sitting with our legs straight in front of us. So we're going to push lower back, up, middle back, upper back, curl your body up over a big ball and squeeze your top knee down and away. So this knee we're going to push down and away from us, using your muscles to activate into that stretch. And release it down. And again, squeeze, push that knee down and open that chest, squeeze it down for 3, 2, 1, and release it down. Make sure this bum as we're pushing isn't rolling and lifting. Keep both bums anchored down. Lift up. Squeeze it down for 3, 2, hold it there. Lift your bum. Shift a little bit back and up, right on top of those sit bones. Feel that deeper pull through those hips for 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Drop your left knee open to the side. So you're going to pull it across your body, back to your center, and open to the side and in. So you're just rocking that bottom leg. Good. And open, just releasing a little bit more through those hips and the lower back, where we've done quite a lot of work into those glutes. Yes, good. And shake that leg out. Nice, so we're going to do the other side. So right leg down, cross the left leg over. We're going to think lower back, middle back, upper back. Push with your arms, squeeze this knee down and away from you, activating into those legs to get nice and deep into that stretch. And release it out. And breathe out the lower back, middle back, upper back, lengthening. Squeeze that knee down and open. Breathe it out. And release it down. One more. Open that chest, lower back, middle back, upper back. Squeeze it down, open that chest. Keep that opposite bum down. Hold it there. Push it a little deeper. Lift. Bring your bum a little bit further back, right on top of those sit bones. Increase the stretch through the pressure, pushing those legs, opening your chest. Squeeze for 3, 2, 1, and release it out. Stretch it out. Good. Nice. All right, so we're going to flip ourselves around and get a little bit of upper body work going. So this is really important. Upper body arm strength, okay, which generally people like to negate, not do, especially women. So we're going to start with our hands off the mat, nice and wide, so we can really get nice activation into the pecs, which are very important for your push-ups. So when ladies have very narrow shoulders, so when we have our arms here, it's difficult to activate into the correct muscles. So once we start building the strength into the pecs with the arms wider, we can start bringing it closer. Okay, so from here, make sure you're at the back of your mat, you've got some space in front of you. We're going to lift up, and I want you to bring your one hand off the mat, other hand off the mat. All right, and we're going to shift your weight forward over those arms. So shoulders are over your hands. Push away from the floor, up through the back. Scoop your tummy in, squeeze your bum, and open the chest. I'm going to take mine a little bit more forward, it feels more comfortable. You'll find find where your position needs to be. Good. We're going to go deep breath in, breathing in, down, out, up, opening your chest as you're going down. Squeeze it up. Good. And breathing in, down, up. Let's go for 4, 6. That's 2, 3, 4. Keep that tummy lifted, bum squeezing. Nice. 5 and 6. Release it out. Good. All right, so just watch. I would rather have your hips higher and your body going down almost in a seesaw action as opposed to your hips dipping. So I would rather have you doing this while you build your strength, keeping those hips up. You can see my tummy still engaged. I'm not arching my back like that. So still tummy lifted, bringing the shoulders down. You can keep your body nice and still like a plank while your arms do the work. Okay, and then eventually you can start shifting a little bit more forward to get your fuller range. All right, so we're going to go again for second set. So pick what works for you, where your strength is at, but I don't want those hips dropping. If anything's going to touch, it's going to be the chest here. All right, so we shift forward, opening the chest, sucking the tummy, squeezing the bum, breathing in, down, and lift. And 2, keep your chin up. So don't drop your chin into your chest, spine is long. And 4, 2 more, 5, last 1. And stretch it out. Nice. Take those arms out. Release everything out. Have a breather. We're going to do one last set of 6 now. If you can increase the difficulty for your last set, go for it. If you can't, you stay where you are and do 6 really good ones. If you want to go out into full plank to do your last 6, you're welcome to. Otherwise, stay where you are as long as there are good technique and good form. All right, so let's go. Hands out again. If you're going to go into full plank, tuck your toes, extend your legs, shift forward and open the chest, lifting through the tummy. Now as you go, don't drop those hips. Remember, chest is going to come towards the floor. Let's go for 6. 6. 5. 4. Good. 3, 2, 1. Release down and stretch it out. Lovely work. Slowly curling up through that spine. Shake it all out. Good. Nice. Right, so we're going to come onto your mat. Bring your left leg in front and straddle your right leg at the back. Good. So this just helps opening up those hips. Okay. If you're really tight, what you may do is place a pillow underneath your front knee just to give it a little bit of support. But we don't want it to be too lifted. We want it to stretch down as much as you can. So let it go down, and I want you to lift this underneath bum. So you're going to lift up so that there's a gap underneath your hip towards it. So this front knee is as low as you can possibly have it. Arms out to the side, hand down, so left hand down, reach it over. You can drop your elbow down to the mat. Feel a nice extension through that body, lifting everything, stretch it long. Now scoop your tummy in, and that's going to lift you up. Good. You're going to rotate those hips, drop this back hip down onto the floor. So this gap here you're going to close as we rotate your body round. Try and turn those ribs as much as you can to face your back shin. And bring it back up to your center. Lift your gap again. Good. Breathing in, up, over we go, elbow down. Lengthen through the body. Draw your tummy, lift up. And lift higher to rotate the ribs down. Drop this back hip down to the mat. So we're going to feel a nice rotation happening here through those hips. Breathing in, lift up. 2 more. Up and over we go. Reach it long. Keep those ribs forward and the tummy in and tight. Stretch it away. Lift. Up and rotate through those hips. Breathe it out. Try and squeeze that bottom hip down. Good. And up. Last one, we go up and over. Reach long. Stretch it out. Breathing in, lift. And rotate it back, opening up the chest. Back to your center. Good. Lift the leg up if you can on your own with your arms up. Yes. And we switch sides. So right leg down, left leg to the back. Now you may feel that the one side is a little bit tighter. That's completely normal. We all do have a slightly tighter hip. Just work with your body. Feel the stretch and the movement. Arms out to the side. Up and over we go to the right. Lengthen that body. Reach it long. Feel that nice stretch. Pull through the side. Make sure you're not leaning back. So bring your top arm forward. Pull the tummy and the ribs in so they're connected. Lift through using your tummy. Good. Now we're going to roll this back hip down as we rotate the body. Rotate the upper ribs. Good. Trying to stretch through that back hip. Bring it back up to the top. And up over reach. Good. Extending it long. Deep breath in. Lift up. And rotate. Turn this hip down and back. Try and sit on it. Squish that little gap, that bum down as you're turning those ribs. And lift. Two more. Up and over we go. Reach it long and away. Good. Lifting up. Lift through that tummy. Rotate it back and down. Reach long. Oh, squeeze into it and lift. Last one. Up and over. Reach long. Extending that side. And up. Breathe out. Squeeze it down. Press into it. Feel the stretch, turn those ribs, hold, hold, hold. Back up to your center. Lift through your tummy, bring the other leg across. Using your arms. No arms, should I say. And release it down. Just bring your feet together, nice butterfly. Just need to pull my pants up. If your pants are restricting your legs, just fix them like you need to. Feet together. That's it. Use your hands to grab hold of the ankles and pull your chest out to get that back nice and straight. So if I have a look from the side, I'm using, so I don't want to be sitting like this, all right? Use these arms to pull your chest up and forward. Rotate the shoulders down and back and lift your chest. And then we can get those legs down. But the whole time, keep working that upper back. Make sure you're not leaning back. Bring your body forward. And try and get right on top of those sit bones. Good. You can see my body slightly more forward as opposed to back. Bringing it in. Elbows onto your thighs and lean forward, pushing those knees down and open. Good. So we're feeling that nice stretch through those inner thighs, again, those hips. So we've been doing quite a lot of hip openers and work today, which is really important for mobility and lift up. I'm going to turn a little bit this way so again you can see from the front. Pulling up, elbows down, draw the tummy and press down. Good. And release. If you're struggling with both, you can push your right elbow down, lean to your right side, left hand on the thigh onto your here, and then push that leg away from you. So we're stretching one leg at a time. If you're struggling with both, opening up this hip here, pushing it down and away. Bring it back to your center, do the other side. So left elbow, I'm still keeping my back nice and straight. Hand onto your right side and press it down and away. Good, so really feeling that nice stretch. Good, and one more down to the center, lift up. Breathing out, fold forward, elbows down. Pressing in, good. You can gently rock from side to side if you want to. Work to where you feel like you can feel that nice deep stretch through those hips. Good, and bring it up. Bring your hands under your knees, squeeze them in together and hug yourself into a nice tight ball. And release out. Lovely work, guys. That was very well done.